Hey there! Today, me and my student are going to discuss FOIL method. Teacher, when you say FOIL method, do you actually mean we're going to use a tin foil in mathematics? No. Foil is not an actual tin foil. We're not talking about that. FOIL is an acronym for first, outer, inner, and last. First, outer, inner, last. What's that? Well, my dear student, these are words that are used to solve a binomial. Binomials? What's that? Binomial means two terms from the word bi. So it becomes binomial. Now I'm going to show you an example. Okay. Now, we have two terms, x plus 2y and 3x minus 5y. Now, when you see a parenthesis, that usually means multiplication. So you have to times here. I'll add that. So that we don't get confused, I'll add a little dot. Because we can't use x because it would confuse us. So dot is a representation of multiplication. But let's just erase that for now. Now, this is a binomial. You're multiplying a binomial by another binomial. Teacher! Now that we have found a problem, how do you use that FOIL method in this problem? Yes, I was about to go there. Alright? Chill, relax, be calm. Sorry about my student. He's really energetic when it comes to studying. He's really also hardworking. He should be outstanding, but he's not for some reason. Oh, Christoph will get there soon. Alright, now, you have to find the first term. So, my first term is x because it's the first one before, it's the first variable before the second variable, which is 2y. So this is the first term. Which is the first term here? Teacher. The answer is 3x. Very good. It's 3x. Because 3x is the first variable, then the 5y. So, to not make us confused, let us draw an arrow. Okay? You should listen so that you will become outstanding. So, x, the arrow will go there. So, x times, remember, 3x. Alright? Then, x times negative 5y. Now, you're asking, what are those lines representing? First, see, first terms, outer. That's what the FOIL means. First, outer, inner, last. Inner, once you find two terms which are near to each other, that's the inner. Last. This is the last, this is the last. Now, we have our arrows, we can multiply. So, x times 3x, that's 3x squared. We just simply copy the 3 because let's imagine that the x is 1. Since it has no number, so it is automatically read as 1. So, 3 times 1, it becomes 3. Copy the x and write squared. Teacher. Why is it 3x squared? Very good question, Mr. Rivera. The reason why it is 3x squared because you are multiplying a variable to another variable, which is x. Now, let me give you an example. 2x times x. Now, since we automatically think that the variable is always 1, so that's 2x times 1, that's 2x. So, we know we do this thing as an imaginary number 1. So again, you add the exponents if you are multiplying, that's 1, and if they have the same variable. So 1 plus 1, that's 2. That gives us 2x squared, and that's why we have 3x squared. X, which is 3x squared, we now go to the outer, which is x, positive x, times negative 5y. Now, when you're multiplying with different signs, meaning you still multiply, but change the sign into negative. So, that's x minus 5y. Times negative 5y. So, that would give us 5xy. Because, again, 5 times x, we consider x as number 1. So, 5 times 1 is 5, copy x, and copy y. We're not going to square anything because there is no similar variable. Next one is the inner. So, positive 2y times positive 3x. Now, since they're both positive, our sign would immediately be plus. Now, don't confuse the plus sign for a letter T. Usually what you have to do is add a little tail for that, so it becomes a letter T. But anyway, plus, so we do the same thing. 3 times 2 is 6xy. Again, no, we don't square because they do not have the same variable. Next is the last. So positive 2y times negative 5y. Immediately we know it's subtraction because they have opposite signs. Now, 5y times negative 5y times positive 2y, that would be negative 10y squared. It becomes 10y squared because they have the same variable. Now, as you can see over here, they do not have the same sign. So you have to minus it. That will become 3x squared minus 1xy. Or you can disregard the 1 and make it xy. It depends on you. And then minus 10y squared. That would be our final answer. Back. There we go. Plus 10y squared. Now, I would have my student Christoph come up and do an equation for me. Here. Thank you, sir. Oh, so my given is 4x plus 3y times 2x minus 5y. Alright, now, sir said that I have to find the first term. So, since 4x and 2x are my first term, I draw an arrow over here. And then, first, outer. So, 4x and 5y. Inner, since these two are next together. Last. Okay. Now, let's start with the first equation. 4x times 2x, that's 8x. Wrong! Why, sir? You forgot the squared. But they don't have the same variable. They do. Where? X. Oh, okay, sir. Thank you. 8x squared. Never forget the square. Now, 4x times negative 5y. So, sir said, if different signs, it's positive. Wrong! It's supposed to be negative. Oh, sorry, sir. Negative. Different signs are supposed to be negative. So, 4x times negative 5y, that's negative 20xy. Now, we multiply the inner. So, positive 3y plus 2, positive 2x, that's plus 3 times 2 is 6, xy. There are no squares because they do not have the same variable. And then, after that, we have to multiply the last. So, positive 3y minus negative, times negative 5y. That's negative 5 times 3 is 15 y squared. 15y squared because they have the similar variables. Now, we have to add or subtract the middle term if they have the similar variable. We have to copy this 8x squared minus 20 minus 6 because they have unlike signs. Minus and they. Now let's count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, I have a shorter method. 20 minus 6, 10. There. 20. Oh, I made a mistake. 14. Okay. So it's 14 xy minus 15 y squared. The answer should be always 3 terms. So this is my final answer. 8x squared minus 14xy minus 15y squared. Very good, Mr. Rivera. Thank you, sir. Alright, good job, Mr. Rivera. A few more studying and you will become outstanding. Okay, now we have an example over here. 2x minus 5 times 2x plus 5. Now, remember we have to do the FOIL method. First, outer, inner, last. So since we have to do first, which is 2x times 2x, which gives us 4x squared. Remember, since we have the same variables or similar variables, we add the exponent, which is 2. Remember the invisible 1. Then outer 2x times positive 5, that will give us 10x. It's right over here, 10x. Then negative 5 times 2x, since they have unlike signs, it should be a minus. Disregard this first. We did a thing known as copy, change, CCC. So hold on. I'll just rewrite it again. Now, so unlike signs, imagine this first, this positive sign over here, as a negative. Yeah, I wrote a negative so that you can understand it for a while. So negative 5 times positive 2x is negative 10x. And then finally, negative 5 oh, sorry. Yeah, that's not supposed to be the minus. It's supposed to be this one, this other plus over here. This. So negative 5 times negative 2x. That's negative 10x. We did a copy, change. I'm going to also write minus over here. All right. So yeah, that's negative 10x. So we go to the last, negative 5 times positive 5, unlike signs, so negative 25. Yeah. But you might be asking, why didn't we copy, change this? It's because we only copy, change the middle terms. Our middle term was negative and negative, so they become positive and positive. Copy, change only works at the right don't change the left. So that becomes positive 10x, and this becomes positive 10x plus 10x plus positive 10x minus 25, which gives us 4x squared plus 20x, because they have like signs, and just copy negative 25, which gives us 4x squared plus 20x minus 25. That concludes our discussion for today, class. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope that you, by the end of this discussion, you already understand how to use the FOIL method. Now, tomorrow, my student Christoph will have a quiz about this, so wish him luck. One day later, while taking the exams. Alright guys, I just came back. Mr. Rivera's score is 16 out of 20. He made a few mistakes here and there, but he did a pretty good job. I'm pretty sure he would become outstanding. And so, yeah, I just wanted to say what his score was, and that's all. See you guys next time!